Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. This is Live Help. Live Help is really taken off over the past several years. We're actually giving a consultation to a guy named Mick in Australia. You can learn a lot because you've probably seen the same problems even on the other side of the world. They're in your backyard too. So what kind of problem you got? Oh, you got a neighbor right beside you.
Yes. So, look, I spoke to my neighbour yesterday, a couple of days ago. He's going to get some ag in and some plastic behind the retaining wall.
Right.
But still, I'm still going to get I still get a lot of rain in, and as a result, so it's all up here, all along here. You notice I put a string line in just because I
There
thought
we
of
go.
pairing coming through. And I had a plumber to put in a drainage pit. The drainage pit's popped out.
Okay.
So I've got to reinstall, and that
What
goes out to my storm water
what caused that to pop up like that?
because I don't know if they put it in and the next day it just popped out.
Did it rain that night after they put it in?
It must have, look, it's a lot of moisture, but I don't know what's happened. I did tell him, he said he'd come back and do it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that probably floated upwards. That's probably why it popped up like that. But go ahead.
Yeah, so that's probably why I've come around the front. In my garage there, I'm starting to get a flow of water coming all the way across. So I'm getting that the white Casper inside, mate, inside the white.
Fluorescence. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Fluorescence.
what I'm getting that along the ridge. And I
Okay.
think it's from that line,
Could
from
be.
the water. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of putting an ag line, but where do I put an ag line? I was going to put it all the way down here and take it to the outlet there. But do you have it a meter away from, like I'm reading things that, do you have it a meter away or do
Can
you
you?
have it right?
Yeah. Can you show me the inside of the garage, that wall? Is that possible?
Yeah, sure, mate. You can see here. So that was the out of the house. Do you want me to, I'll open the garage door for you. That's better, mate. It's starting to get light.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See if we can just look right there between the drawer and the wall. Can you see the wall at all back there? Right at the footer there is that also brick coming up maybe 6 or 8 centimeters high?
That's
So it's a whole brick. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And if you put your hand back there, is it wet at all or moist?
No, no,
Okay. Okay.
no. Yeah, it's not moist. It seems like it's dried out.
Yeah. And it kind of stops there at the center, correct?
It keeps going along.
Okay. It actually kind of gets worse on this side. It looks like there's actually a crack over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So take your camera upwards to the roof line. Okay. So you've got gutters there.
Yep.
When it rains hard, Mick, does the water come off of that valley and come down, or does it stay in the gutter?
Stays in the gutter, matey.
Okay. Good.
Because see what happens, Chuck, when we got the really bad rains, this used to just be flood, all here. And that's why the plumber put that in, the catch basin in.
Okay.
But the thing is, it popped up. So, and
Okay.
when it popped up, I left it and there was a gap in there and the water came in and into the gap. That's what I'm guessing. So I've made a little channel, a makeshift channel, so the water just runs down and comes through.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So let's go back in time a little bit. Before you put the catch basin there, when it flooded, did that water come across the driveway, or did it try to run out to the street, across the driveway out to the street?
No, it just sunk into the ground.
It never flooded?
It just flooded here. I can show you videos of just water flooding. But the issue is I couldn't do anything about it because I had nowhere to put it, because we had the water tank in, and with the water tank, all our drains were charged because the water tank would flush the toilets and the washing machine, which was a big pain. But it was a rule to put in. But a lot of people take their water tanks out now when they get them. But because I had nowhere to put the water, I didn't know what to do. Everything was concreted. And with the results of last year's rains was catastrophic. It was just even worse.
Okay. So where does that catch basin go? Does it tie into that downspout drain, or does it go out to the storm sewer? Okay,
that goes into the storm sewage through the house, not through the house, but through the piping for the house, down a few, down and into the stormwater. Because when they did the plumbing, I saw them do the pipes.
Okay, because that's kind of unusual for them to put that pipe right beside the house. We're learning a little bit. It's possible that pipe has a crack in it and you're losing water. Let's go a little further. When it rains and the water goes into the new catch basin, does it disappear?
It doesn't. I've done an experiment. I put the hose in the other day and I let it run, and I observed it, and it's going into the catch over here. So it was running through freely.
Okay. So it doesn't really go out. I got you. I can.
Yeah.
But you can see the water coming through there easily. It flows, no problem.
Yep, it flows out. Okay. I thought about that, and I thought, I'm going to put the hose through, because I thought, is there a crack going through? And I put the hose out, and no problem.
Okay. So your question, everything's in good working order, Mick. Everything's good except for the catch basin popped up a little bit. So the question is, where should you put that French drain? I think right where you've got your string is probably the best place. You're better off where you've got your string. It looks really good. So about 1 meter away.
Yeah, it's safer.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah. It's not safer. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's just easier for you to do.
Okay, that's yep. I gotcha.
Okay, now the neighbor's house. Let me just ask you a question. Is it the same amount of room between the house and the wall on the neighbor's side?
The same. They've got a lot of room. They've got a driveway.
Is there concrete on the other side of that block?
Paving.
Say again?
Paving.
Paving. Okay, so asphalt. And when it rains hard, does that along the brick or along that block, do you ever see water bubbling up out of it on your side?
No, I don't see the water bubbling out, but a lot of the times it's coming through here on the retaining wall.
So the first course of block, is that how high their asphalt is?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you definitely need to be where the string is. That's where your water's coming from. It's coming from your neighbor's yard. There's no doubt. Yeah,
see that?
No doubt that's where it's coming from, Mick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you do your French drain and get it down, at least a shovel deep. Remember that you're limited on how deep you can go by how deep the catch basin is.
Yes.
So it's a big basin, though. You're in good shape.
It's not that bad.
Now, can you lift that lid and let's see how deep it is? Oh yeah, that's a good 1/2 meter. So yeah, you're good.
So I'm going to reinstall the catch basin. So I'll put it in properly. I'll pull it out and put holes in the bottom of it. Is that the way to do it?
Yes.
Because there's no holes in the bottom.
if you can keep some fall on it, coming from the back to the front, gravel perforated pipe. So what kind of pipe material do you have there? Do you have the corrugated or do you have PVC?
We have we got the PVC, but this is the thing. I'm trying to find the stuff you have overseas. We don't have it. So it's, how you put in the pits.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. That's what I've been trying to find. Right?
Are you talking about the easy flow?
Yeah, the easy flow.
So someone up there in Brisbane, they had the easy flow, and it was from NDS. So I don't know how they got it, but I remember giving that consult, and they had 100 feet of it. So it must be available somewhere. But I think that if you can get the gravel, even by the bag, even if you just need to get it by the bag, that will be fine.
Okay. All right. So with the, I bought one of these, and what I was going to put is the ag pipe underneath it and start it. So this was going to go in here, and I was going to start the ag underneath and then run it down that way, and put a couple of on the way down. Good idea.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So this is a pretty cool little catch. It's really a catch basin, but more of an inlet, and it's very slim, very shallow. So he's only down there, half a shovel at the most before he begins the line. That's perfect.
Exactly. I'm just going to get a couple of those on the way down, but the only problem is getting a T junction. I've got to create a T junction to allow me to put a couple of these in again. So, yeah.
So yeah, I would try to get the 200 mil. 200 mil 4 inches. Is that what that is?
Oh God.
I'm pretty sure it is. 200
I think it is
4 inch. So you want to get 200 mil pipe, and whoever that manufacturer is, did you get that from a local?
It's Bunnings over here.
Bunnings, that's right. I remember the name now, Bunnings.
It's an American company, right?
Go ahead.
It's an American company too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
okay. So go ahead, go back to that store and get your pipe and materials from that same store, because it'll be easier. They should have tees for the pipe as well, and I think you'll be at the perfect level. Just when you put your ag pipe down with the gravel, when you attach the tee, that basin is going to snap right on the top of it. It will be at the perfect level. I think you'll be fine.
Okay. So I wasn't doing a T level here. I was actually going to start the pipe, because the pipe will slot in and it'll start and curve because the pipe's a bend pipe. Now, here's the other thing. 100 mil pipe.
Yeah, just measure across that pipe and tell me how many millimeters that is.
Okay, so you've got
100 mil, and that's fine. Go back to the same store and get the material though, because they'll have whatever you need there.
Yeah, Phil's next level. That's another story, another epic thing you can put on YouTube. Yeah.
What's so crazy is that everything you're showing me, it looks just like a regular home here in Orlando. It looks exactly the same. The same kind of problems, where you have, especially when there's two homes very close together, there's an elevated home, that most of that water is coming from your neighbors. There's no doubt. And there's not a lot you can do on his side if he has it all asphalted. I wouldn't even bother, but I would try to do a pipe down through here. And let's go one step further. When you put your rock in there, okay, when you put your stone in, are you planning to bring the stone to the top to grade?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with here. I was going to pave here, but I was going to put pebbles in. I don't know, Chuck. I was going to put pebbles in. What do you think?
I think that you should do a pavers or, stepping stones, something, but bring the gravel all the way to grade. Bring it right up to grade. And then that way you've got just like a gravel walkway, and then you could put pavers down through there to step on, stepping stones. If you start this week coming up, like I said, if you have any questions, Mick, shoot me the email and I'll try to set it up. Because I can do it pretty quick. It's not hard to set up a Zoom room.
So that's really helpful, and I'm on the right track.
Yeah, you got this. And this is not that hard to do. And I think it'll take you all of a day total to do it by yourself. I mean, it might take 6 hours altogether. A lot of work.
Right, Chuck, that's great.
A lot of work, but 6 hours.
All right, mate. Thank you. And I'll keep you up to date. Thanks.
Thanks,
Send
Mick.
me that
Have a great day.
invoice.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks, Chuck. Yeah, mate.